Hello, this is Jason Ledbetter with the SunFrog Academy, and in this training video, you're going to learn how to target magazine subscriptions. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you would want to target magazine subscriptions with your Facebook advertisements, and that's because passionate people buy magazines on the topics that they most care about. So let's say, for an example, that you're targeting a horse magazine subscription. You know that the audience that you're putting your ads in front of are horse lovers. If they are subscribed to a horse magazine or they follow or read horse magazines, then your audience is horse lovers. So if you're promoting a horse t-shirt, horse magazines is a great place to start. The same goes for if you're targeting a nurse magazine. You know that the people that follow that nurse magazine are nurses. So that's the perfect interest to target with your Facebook advertisements. So in this training video, we're going to go deep and I'm going to show you how to find all these magazines for any type of market or niche that you want to promote your products to. So first, you can go to Google and you can search for magazine plus niche. So it could be magazine plus horse, or you could go the other direction and go horse magazines. I'm also going to show you a special site called justmediakits.com where you can find all types of great niche market magazines. We also search on Amazon, Google, Facebook Suggest, the Audience Insights tool, and the Graph Search tool by Facebook. So let's go over the shoulder and I'm going to show you how to search all these different sources and build a big list of magazines that you can target with your Facebook advertisements to sell more products online. Okay, so we're here at sunfrog.com and I'm going to find a product that I want to promote via Facebook ads. So I'll just come up here to the categories and maybe we'll look at outdoor. So I just click the outdoor category and we can see campers, climbing, fishermen, hikers, hunters. Let's go with fishermen. And we can see all these different fish shirts, keep calm and fish on. If fishing were easy, it would be called your mom. Oh, that's funny. MILF, man, I love to fish. I don't need therapy. I need my boat. Size does matter. Okay, cool. So let's say that we want to promote this size does matter t-shirt. So this is in the fishing market. So let's hop on over to Google and let's type in fishing magazines. And we see sports fishing mag. Now you can copy and paste these in an Excel or Word doc. I'm just going to use a notepad here. Bass Angler Mag. Fly Fisherman. And we're just going to keep going down the list here on Google and find all the different fishing magazines. FloridaSportsFishing.com. Now you can also look at searches related to fishing magazines. So we have saltwater fishing magazine, freshwater fishing magazine subscriptions. All this is gold here. So we want to keep clicking those and we just want to keep digging here. So saltwater sportsman magazine. And we would just keep going down the list here and we would spend a good amount of time in the research stage because that's one of the most important stages when you're preparing to run some Facebook ads. So I would just keep going down the list here and I would keep grabbing more and more interests, more and more magazines. Okay, and we also search at Amazon, so just go to Amazon.com and I can come here and I can go to magazines. And then I can type in fishing. And then we have a bunch of great fishing magazines here. So we got sports fishing. Saltwater sportsman. And I would just keep going through here and building out my list. Eastern fly fishing. See, one great thing about targeting magazines is usually people have to subscribe to these magazines. So these are considered buyer's interests. It's what I call buyer's interests. If we're targeting a Northwest fly fishing magazine, then you know this audience is into fly fishing. They even paid $34.95 a subscription to be a part of this magazine subscription. So if we're able to pull this up as a Facebook interest and we have a fly fishing or a fishing t-shirt that we want to promote, this is a perfect audience to promote that product to, because we know that these people are passionate about fishing. I'm going to show you another great source called justmediakits.com. And then you have to do /mediakits/1. I have this URL in the notes here, right here, so don't worry about trying to write that down. But this is a Media Kit directory where you can search for different categories or different types of magazine subscriptions. So we see here outdoors and we see fishing. Now you can also just search up here if you don't see your category. And here we go. Here's more magazine subscriptions that we can grab. And we would go through this whole list and grab all these magazines. And since we're on the subject of media kits, you can also go to Google and you can type in your niche, so fishing, and then you can type in media kit. And this is going to pop up a bunch of different media kits for fishing magazines. Now, a media kit is something that a magazine provides its advertisers so you can understand like the audience size, the demographics. If you were thinking about promoting in this magazine, the magazine provides a media kit giving you all their different demographics. So you can see like BonnieMarineGroup.com, average net worth is 1.2 million. Average household income is 188,000. Average age is 54. So this is gold here. Like if I could target this group on Facebook, I already see that they have high net worth, the disposable income. I see that they're 95% male, average 54, 73% boat owners. I can use all these type of demographics when I'm trying to zero in on my targeting with my Facebook ads. So it doesn't matter what market you're going in. You can always go to Google and type in that niche plus media kit, and you can find some really, really good gold here. You see, this magazine's already spent hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars figuring out who their demographic is, and you can come in here and just swipe this demographic and target it with your Facebook ads. Just look how good this stuff is. Number of years fishing in salt water, 28 years. So we can target people that we know has been fishing in salt water for 28 years. They fish 6 times a month. 37% competed or attended fishing tournaments. So you might could even promote like a cool t-shirt about a fishing tournament. This stuff is just gold here, and you can really use this to your advantage with your Facebook advertisements. We can also come up here to the Facebook graph search and we can type in fishing magazine. And we can click see all results for fishing magazine. And you can see that we're on pages, so we can hit see more. And then we can come through here and copy and paste these links and add them to our magazine list. And once again, we'll do the same thing. We just come through here and start copying and pasting these magazine interests. And sometimes you may copy some extra characters, so just make sure you paste it in here clean. Now, once we have our magazine interest list built, and if I was really spending my time doing the research here, this would be way larger than it is. We're going to go to our business manager, business.facebook.com, and we're going to click on Ads Manager, and then that's going to open up our Ads Manager, and we're going to click Create Ad. So it's like we're starting the process of creating a Facebook advertisement. So now that we're here in the Business Manager, we just want to scroll down here to the Detailed Targeting. And really quick, I just want to hop back over to that media kit and show you how powerful this is. You see that this is for Sports Fishing Mag, so I could copy that URL and pop it in Detailed Targeting. It doesn't pop up, so let's remove the .com. It's still not popping up, so let's do some spaces. And check it out, Sports Fishing Mag, right there. So now we can target Sports Fishing Magazine with our Facebook ads. And we can even come here and we have all this great data to base our ads on. We know that they're boat owners. We know that they're 54, 95% male, average net worth of 1.2 million, average household income of 188,000, 70% fish offshore. So we know all about this audience that we can target here on Facebook. That's extremely, extremely powerful. Okay, sorry for hopping off track. Let's get back on track here. So we're going to want to come up here to our interest list that we built, and that's the first one that we already had in there. And we're just going to want to come in here and do the same thing and pop in all the magazines and see if we can target them with our Facebook ads. That one popped up. And the reason you want to paste them in, sometimes they pop up as .coms and sometimes they don't. So you just got to kind of play around. Let's take away the WW. So the reason I like to paste them in here, because sometimes they pop up as .com. I like to remove that dot, see if they pop up. If not, I like to remove the com, and then I like to space the words out. And you can see Fly Fisher Magazine. And keep in mind, they don't always pop up, but so far we're having good success here. So like this one here didn't pop up. I guess we could separate the sports and fishing actually. Yep, so check that out. So if I didn't separate that, I would have never seen it. And you just want to keep going down the entire list here. That was the interest from Amazon. And the very cool thing is, as you start to build your interest list here, Facebook starts to realize that you're trying to go after these precise magazines. So once you put your list in here, you hit suggestion, and they're going to start giving you other suggestions, and they're going to be highly related to your interests here because they have an idea of what you're trying to do. So look at all these great interests we have now. And you see where I was saying sometimes it has the .com and sometimes it doesn't. Here's some .coms. Now, one thing to keep in mind, .coms are great. They're usually highly, highly targeted interests because these are actually fans of a website. It's a .com website. They're fans of bassfan.com. So these are very, very good interests, and they're sort of rare to find. So we'll pop those in there. We'll pop all our magazines. And now we'll just come through here and we will start adding the magazines that Facebook suggests. Now, for an example, if we don't know what one of these magazines are, so like GAFF magazine, I could search that on Facebook or Google and see what that's about. So you want to make sure you know the interests that you're putting in here. We want to make sure that they're highly related to our topic, our niche. So we just keep adding all those in here. I would spend time adding all these in here, and our audience is steady building. What this is called interest stacking. So even though, for an example, this is only an audience of 60,000 or an audience of 44,000, we're interest stacking and we're building a big, precise audience to target our Facebook advertisements with. And the reason this isn't building is because I haven't selected a location. So let me just come up here and type in United States. There we go. And now this should start building. So as you can see, our potential reach here is 480,000 people, but this is 480,000 people that are subscribed to a magazine about fishing. So once I'm done with my suggestions, I'll come up here and I'll grab all of our interests and I'll go back to the business manager and I'll click on tools and I'll go to audience insights. And inside audience insights, I will throw all my interests in here. I'll just copy and paste all of them in here. And this is going to show me my demographics. So I can see that my core demographic is 80% male between 25 and 54. So if I wanted to, I could start my ad for male for 25 to 54. So if I was in my ads manager, I could go 25 to 54 because I know that's the core demographic of these interests. And I go more into detail in creating ads in the creating ads video tutorials here on the Academy. For now, this is just about building your magazines. So we're going to hop back over to Audience Insights, and I'm going to click Page Likes. So we're looking for other fishing magazines. And what I like to look at is the affinity level. The affinity level is how likely your audience is to a given page compared to everyone on Facebook. So Bass Resource, this group here, is 95 times more likely to these interests than an average person on Facebook. So if our interest is all fishing magazines, well, then this is 95% more likely audience to like fishing magazines. So what we do is we just copy and paste and see if these interests pop up as additional interests. And a lot of these we may already have, but this is just another way to come in here and find audiences and also look at the demographics here. So once we've went through Audience Insights, then we're going to save our audience, and we'll just call this Fishing Magazines. And now when we go to our Ads Manager to create a new ad, under Audiences here, we have Use a Save Audience, and you will see our Fishing Magazines. And when we click that, it loads all of our interests that we researched from Google, Amazon, Media Kits, Audience Insights, all the interests that we put in here, it's going to be saved. So now anytime we want to promote a fishing product, all we have to do is go to our saved audiences, and we have all of our magazine interests in here. And that's why it's good to do all the research up front, because once you do the research once, you can save it and you always have it in here. Okay, in this video, you've learned how to target magazine subscriptions with your Facebook advertisements.